I think that something happened to my other live, so I just went ahead and got off of there and jumped back on here in case anybody else wants to jump in because I wasn't getting any comments and nobody was answering my question. So I figured I was not there. I was here, but not here. Let's make this a little closer. Wait a minute. How does this work? Am I not human? Here we go. Back, Allegra, what happened to me? I kept asking you, can you hear me? Can you hear me? So I finally just got out of there and restarted another one. I felt bad because I was like, you know, I'm slow to catch on, Allegra. So, oh, hello, Lady Crochet Manuela. I'm back. Something happened to my other live. So, and I'm okay now, legs. Texas tattoos. Boy, I said a lot of stuff after that. Okay. Well, I don't remember what it was, but and I think I was talking to about her being from them being from India. I don't know what gender they are. But anyways, um and then I was talking about landscaping. Did I talk about that? I'm still here working on my I cord and I got to before okay, so this can really get away from you. You can be working and working and not realizing you have such a long cord. And I'm going to check mine out real quick to see if I need to go ahead and stop. Oh, I think I just need a couple more rows. Couple more, couple more. Okay. So, oh, I did talk about the landscaping. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more. So I'm kind of going to be a little quiet here, concentrating. Maybe not. I talk even when I'm concentrating. See that? Okay. Oh, I just realized that this is the same color as my fingernails. Look at that. I like when things like that happen. Allegra, periodically let me know I'm still here. One more, and then I'm going to finish this one off. Okay. Now to finish it off, I'm just going to pull it through all loops and close it with a slip stitch. Get my scissors. I think I want to leave a longish tail in case I'm going to use this to sew it on. So longer than the actual I cord. And then I'm going to oh, now I need to make that one right there. And then I will sew it together because this is going to be on a flat surface. Now, if I was making the letter, oh, I could have made the R come in like this. But the R that I want does not look like that. But if you wanted to make an R that way, you could have just continued right here and brought your little arm down there. But my R that I'm trying to do, it looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to make a wah, and then when I'm finished with it, I'm going to make sure that I attach it to here somehow so I don't lose it. You know what I mean? Like sew it to here. Sew it to the card. That's a good idea, Angie. Okay, let's start a new one. Ha 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 ha. What? Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, I was just being nosy. 4, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back into each stitch without completing a single crochet. Just bring up loops in each stitch, and then you release the loops and you bring yarn through the first loop. You insert your hook into the second loop and bring a yarn through there, and then you go put your hook into the third loop and bring it up, the fourth loop and bring it up, and you're on your way to making an I cord. Okay. I think I took myself off of Wi-Fi, so hopefully that helps. I don't know if that makes a difference or not in the lives. We shall see. That last one wanted to disappear. We're not going to let it. I'm going to bring y'all back out again so y'all can see me, because I don't think y'all can see me very well. Working on this stuff. Oh, yay. We have some people here. Welcome, welcome. Say hello if you want to. This is the second attempt of the weekly crochet meeting. Because something happened to the original one. We were talking for a little while. I was making an I-cord. So if you want to see how I make this I-cord in more detail, go and watch the replay of my other one. If you can't, you have to wait about 24 hours. So tomorrow around this time, you could probably watch it. But basically, you pull up 4 loops because you make 4 chains, and then you go into the first. You hold those loops without anything in them, and you go through the first one and bring up a loop. You go through the second loop, you bring up the loop, you bring up another loop, and third, and so on, and so on, and so on. It's like you never complete a stitch. It's kind of like a Tunisian thing. And I only need a short one right now to complete this letter, because I'm working on letters. What are you guys working on? Let me know. Let me know, because I'm nosy, you know? Okay. No, I think Eddie's cleaning something. I wonder what happened out there. See, I always want to yarn over, but I don't need to yarn over. And I'm using a size 6 hook. You can use a small one. It will make a smaller one. If I used a bigger one, I wonder if I would have got a bigger one. Or if I made more chains. I am going to work with that later. I'm going to try and I'm going to experiment. Okay, here's the front of it. And as it goes, it starts to curl up and become an I-cord. And like I said before, if you wanted to, you can kind of open this up again and put a wire in there, lay it in there, and then close it back up again. And you can shape this however you want. I went to work. Oh, I lost my cord, not my cord, my loop. I'll just stay on here a little while here, because I think we were already on getting close to an hour on the other one. And so I will just stay on here maybe 30 minutes or so. I don't know, maybe. Do any of you guys use AI for any of your crochet related things? Whether it's looking for patterns, looking for inspiration, creating something for yourself. Um, any of y'all do that? I've been working with that. Um, trying to, okay, so I'm good at not needing a pattern and just looking at something. So that it works beautifully for me. I can get an idea of what I want, you know. And I'm not actually copying from anyone. I'm copying from the AI. And it's not even exactly copying. Some are, like my AI challenge that I like to do. Now, that is, I try to copy it exactly to recreate it, you know? Thank you, Denisha. Wendell, hello. Oh, you're working on the blankets, on the rainbows. How many do you have, Allegra, already made? Because last night I think you only had one made. So the letters, I'm going to attach them onto a panel, but I left this long strip here, this long tail, and I am going to strategically kind of just sew it onto that without making it tight. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll add a stitch and then make a running stitch probably, because it's not something that's going to be used all the time. So, oh, I don't even know. I think I went too far. Like I told you, you can just go too far. You get so caught up in making it. Look at that. I made it too long. I'm going to have to release a couple of rows. Let's see. So to release a couple of rows, there we go. And then we have the other 4 loops. Okay. Do I need one more? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to put my hook back into these loops, these 4 loops. Don't lose them. Don't lose them. I wonder if there's a way that you can, some sort of apparatus, some sort of tool you can use. Okay, so I'm going to pull through all loops and then make a single crochet, and that's how I end it. And then I'm going to leave a long tail longer than the I-cord itself for sewing. So now I have that. So I want to show you guys. Let's see. I'll show you in a second. Let me arrange this on here. And it's not going to be exact because it's not attached and it doesn't want to stay in its form just sitting here. But there, let's see. I have the R. Can you see that? This might have been long, but that's okay. I can squash it up. Choo, 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 choo. I love it. Love it. Okay, so to keep this, let's see. I have my needle and thread here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of just sew onto it, onto this card, and bring it up again, and I'll show y'all when I'm done, just to keep these in place. I think I'm going to go through both of these so they don't fall out at least. Okay. And it's going to be something that I can take off very easily and is not going to ruin these letters. All I did was make a simple little stitch with thread. You could do it with yarn, you could do it with whatever. But I attached them to my card so I don't lose them. And when I brought the yarn through with the thread through, I went through these. I don't know if you can see. Well, anyways, this is just for my own purpose, and it's just an idea if you need to keep things, together. I'll wrap that around here a little bit here. All righty, put that to the side because the next letter I want, let's see, I have a few of them here. What letter do I want to work on? The letter E, purple. Purple. Ooh, everything. Oh, I dropped stuff off my desk. Thank you, Legs. Legs, did you tell me how many that you were making? Let's see. Did I? Hi, Michelle. How are you? E for Angie. Yes, Angie. E for excellent. All right, so I don't know where the heck the beginning of this yarn is, but we shall find out. I have to go into past Angie and see where would I have put the beginning of that. Okay, so we're putting green away. We're putting it to the side because I don't think I need to use that one again. I think almost every letter is a different color, the one I want to do. So I'm going to make the E. I'm going to make a continuous one here and then a small one right here because that's what this letter that I'm trying to do looks like. It's good to see you, Michelle. I see you all the time on your lives. I pop in. I don't say anything, but I'm just there watching you guys. 2, 3, 4. Michelle, do you know how to make I cords? I just barely learned. And I brought 4 loops up because I made 4 chains. I always want to yarn over. Don't yarn over, Angie. Pull through. Pull through. What are you doing, Eddie? Just, ooh, Eddie's cleaning. I should stay on here all day long. My house would be perfectly clean. Hopefully he didn't hear me and learn of my evil plans. Oh, okay. So my previous live that I had to make a second one today. The first weekly live crochet meeting, I showed you how. You just make 4 chains, um, and then you can release all the loops, and then you bring loops through the loops. So simple, right? Okay, so Michelle, I bought this contraption right here. Wow, this is going to make it easier because I don't know how to. So I saw the person using it and they were just making I cord like crazy, like a machine. I said, I can do that and then build some muscle. Ugh, it turned me to learn how to do it manually, which is good, right? Hello, Coco. Hello, Coco. Coco's coming to visit me. Cookie, what are you doing? Why are you so excited? Why are you so excited, baby? Do you want to say hi to everyone? Hold on a second. I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up. Okay, there's. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come and say hi to everyone. This is Coco. Say hello, Coco. Ooh. Come here, Sassy. Come here, Cha-Cha. You want to say hi, Cha-Cha? Cha-Cha. Come here. Cha-Cha only wanted Coco. She didn't want to come up here. She only saw that I had Coco, so wanted Coco. And then put it into the... Yeah, got tangled around my fingers. And I don't want to pull it too much because then it affects the other loops. But you should always end up with 4 loops. And it's kind of strange because it's like you never complete a stitch. Okay, we're going to get all tangled up in here, people. We can't afford to get tangled up in here. Okay. Cha-cha. All right, guys. Just working on my I cord. What else do I have to talk about? So Eddie says he's out there cleaning. What else did I talk about while I was, we were talking about Texas and all kinds of stuff. And do you live where you were born or have you moved? Do you have a great fondness for your state? Like me, kind of abnormally, because my girls say my mom has a shrine to Texas because I have all kinds of stuff in my house about Texas, little vignettes. Is that what you call them? And I love Texas things. I feel like if I had, I've said this before, if I had a past life, I was here in Texas, in the hill country, where my family's from. So maybe I'm like, have part of my ancestors in me and I'm remembering part of their stuff. I wonder if if memory imprints get passed down in DNA. I wonder, like we're afraid of stuff because something our ancestor went through and it was so deep in their DNA, it got passed on. Do you think something like that can happen? Oh no. Okay, this is getting a little tight for me. So I need to not do them so tight. Okay, so now I need to hold that last one in out. Go to the first one. Bring it in. You should have seen on my last video. Oh, gee whiz, I'm losing it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the last one. Okay. When I first started showing you guys, let's make an I cord. Let me show you how to make an I cord. And boy, did I not remember quickly. Okay, so I'm back here. Hold these. I was trying to do something different and it messed me up. I thought, let me do it this way. It'll be more efficient. Nope, it made me start over. So go back to the old ways, Angie. Back to the old ways. So Thursday, I met with some friends at a coffee shop. Instead of going to the regular our regular crochet meeting, I did not want to go to a restaurant. That's the only reason I didn't go. And I'm like, I prefer sitting in the coffee shop or our rec center, um, and having, being there than going to a restaurant. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't like it. I like going to people's houses, but I prefer going to a what would you call it? A non-personal spot? Impersonal spot? I don't know. I don't know. Probably because I'm loud and I don't want to disturb other people. And I usually do disturb people. But anyways, I met my friends at a coffee shop. We had such a good time. And then another friend that didn't wasn't I guess included in the group. We just on our text started saying, "Let's go to this whatever whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, because I do want to meet people. I just didn't want to go to that restaurant." So we did. And another person from our group walked in, but they were there to work on their computer, but she sat close to us. So we couldn't talk about her anymore. Right? We're just kidding. Just kidding. You saw another grandma crocheting too? Hi, Z. Z or Zi? No food establishments. You're right, Allegra. That's how I feel. It's okay, but I think I didn't realize that the reason we were not going back to the rec center was there was some renovations happening there, so we couldn't use it. But I wonder what it's going to look like. We'll be back there on Tuesday. I wonder if I should. I always want to take you with me to my um, crochet meetings. I don't want to infringe on anybody else there, so I would probably be like, it would be facing me. How would you like that? And um, I would have my microphone on. That way you can hear me more than like the background, hopefully. But because it would sound like nice chatter. It's very nice chatter and outbursts of laughter and stuff happen at that meeting. I love my ladies. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, that's enough for the E. The maybe I'll just make this one first. That's enough for this one here. Even maybe even a little long, but that's okay. I can squash it. All right. To end it, you just pull through all loops and make a single crochet. Not a single crochet, a chain, a stitch, just a, I don't know. Okay, I'm leaving a long tail for sewing in. I don't know if I'm actually going to need it, but better to be safe than sorry. So that is my E, my stem for my E right there. I'm going to like this. Really, really going to like this. Okay, and I hope you like it too when I show you what I'm doing. Kind of a secret, people. Angie likes to keep secrets. Now I'm going to make the long part. Alrighty. Michelle, if you're still here, this is how I make the I cord. Or for anybody who did not get to see it. however you make chains, you make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using a 6 millimeter hook. You can use whatever hook you want. And then you go into each of these stitches, each of the chains, and you pull through, but you don't complete anything. You keep the loop on, and it's like Tunisian. You go through the next chain and you pull it up and try to make your loops even and not tight, because that'll be worse. That's 4. So now you have 4 loops on your hook. And we're going to hold those loops and remove our hook, except for the first one. And that first one, you're going to pull your yarn through that. In your second loop, you're going to insert into the second loop and pull your yarn through that. You're going to insert to the third hook, and you want to keep these kind of loose, but you hold those loops because they will come undone. Third one, and now on the fourth one, I have Coco's hair on me. Now I have 4 on there. So that's how you make the I cord. The tricky part is holding those loops and not letting them go. And you stay on the first one, bring it through the second one, bring it through the third one, bring it through, and you become mesmerized, and you make it so long you have to pull it out a little bit because you made it too long, because you get so addicted to just working on this. Thanks, Michelle. Yes, I'm back. Something happened. Something happened to that live, so I had to jump back on here again on another live. I didn't want to leave you people. And I'm still working on my I-cord thing. I'm in purple now. I'm making a purple one. I'm making the letter. What letter is this? Oh, E. Making the letter E. All I did was make a little template for myself so I know what size and how long I need to make one, because I wasn't going to be cutting them off. I wanted them to end properly. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Plus my son-in-law. I call him my son-in-law because I feel like he's here forever now. He's not going anywhere. We're not going to let him. And even though he's my daughter's boyfriend, they're not even engaged yet. I'm just kidding. Anyways, he has been eyeing my Beetlejuice crochet sweater. He's been wanting one. So guess what I started? I started that. So I'm going to be working on that. When I get tired of doing this, I'm going to go work on that. And when I get tired of that, I'm going to work on this. But I want to finish these letters quickly. I have a time limit on these letters. And then I'll tell you later what it was, what it's for, who it's for. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how. I don't know what. I just had some sort of as my son used to tell me long time ago, a brain fart. And I never forgot that. And I was like, that describes it perfectly, a brain fart. Oh, sorry about that. I did not do that properly. Okay, I'm going to go back to the next one. See, something happened. Okay, I'm back at this round here. Okay. I had skipped a loop, and I just kept the previous loop on there. So it did look like I had 4, but I had skipped a loop. Okay, now 4 again. This is the way it looks in the front. In the back, it will curl up closed and look like an I cord. Okay, now. Sometimes I cannot describe how I'm holding something. I actually have to do it without thinking about it. And then it will, I can see how I'm doing it. Pay attention to it. I don't know why I can't describe it. That's why I don't feel like I'm a good teacher, like in a one-on-one in real time, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just look what I'm doing and follow it. So, but you know, here on the internet, I'm always going to find somebody that is, you know, like-minded and can relate to what I'm saying and understand my kind of speak. So that's what I'm here for you weirdos out there like me. Wait, I want to make this loop a little longer. Okay, because they've been getting a little tight here. I don't like them to be tight. Oh, where's that loop? This is mesmerizing. I can watch TV when I'm doing this. And like I said, I'll have a long, long cord before you know it. I have to stop and think. I think I'm getting hungry is probably what it is. What time is it here? It's 10:13. It's still early to eat. So I don't quite understand how this works yet. I know how to do it, but once I get the understanding how it's working better, I will, I don't know, be able to do other things with it, because then I'll understand, oh, if I do this, then I'll do that, you know, or maybe if I did this, it will do this. Like maybe I can learn how to bend it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and bend it already and make the shape. That would be really cool. I don't know if I can do that or not. How would that seem? I wonder if I would. But that would be very, very interesting. I want to explore that later. Not right now. Okay. Did you hear my brain working? Did you hear all the clinking and the clanking and see all the smoke coming out of my ears? That's what happens when Angie thinks. Got little people in there sawing and drilling and all kinds of stuff. My last one came off. Okay. 4. Hold it. I hold it like this. I bring the yarn over my hand, over my finger, release all the loops except for the first one. Hook the yarn, bring it through. Hook the yarn, bring it through that loop. Hook the yarn, bring it through. There we go. Through all 4 loops, end up with 4 more loops. It's never ending, people. Now I'm going to have to pull this out because I think I'm getting a little tangled in here. Maybe not tangled, but it's just something going on. I hope I don't have to untangle that later. Let me just finish this, and then you can get as tangled as you want, purple yarn. Okay, so this crochet meeting actually had to have 2 segments. So due to technical difficulties on the first one, we restarted here. If you want to see how I began it, I was in a different view using my another tripod, my neck tripod. Uh-oh, I did something wrong there. I tried to do a single crochet. And it, you know, you got to see it better how I was working on it. Maybe I should put it on and then y'all can see me again. Would y'all like that? Vimia, hello, how are you? Jen Thinks official. What is that? Silly Billy, hello. Okay, Jen. Who is that? Jen Thinks. Jen Thinks. Anyways, I'm making an I cord. And I'm going to use these I cords to make letters. So I'm going to make the I cord this long. And then I already made the little stem here for the E. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, I'm going to take you off of here. Oh, yeah. Put you on here. Flip you over. Nope. There we go. Not my leg. You don't want to see my leg. Oh, get back on here, buddy. Come on. There you go. That's my desk. Let me make it smaller. I mean, closer. Or do I like it further away? Okay. So, how is this? Okay. So I have 4 loops on here. I wrap this yarn around my finger. I take out all my hook from all the loops, out of the loops, except for the first one, and I hook the yarn and I bring it through that first one. I go through the second loop. It's hard to see it while it's on the camera only. Did I put it through the second loop and bring it through? Go into the third loop, hook the yarn and bring it through. The last loop, the fourth loop, bring it through, and I end up with 4 again. How we started this was making 4 chains. And like if this was our chain, if this was our chain right here, these are the loops of our chain. Like this was my 4th chain, and then I would go into the 2nd chain and pull. Actually, the first one needed it. The first chain, pull through. The 2nd chain. Dang it. If you make these loops long enough, you probably will not lose them completely. They might shrink a little bit, and you will need to look. I can't get through there because I'm looking at it through the camera. And now here's that 4th loop, and so you pull that yarn through there, and then that's why I stretch it, kind of pull it like this up, and it gives you a big enough loops. And you always end up with 4 loops if you started with 4 chains. So you can make it bigger by adding more chains, or you could do 3 chains. I think is the smallest I've seen anybody do. Now I have the yarn over my finger here. I take out my hook, pull the yarn through. If you pull this yarn too tight, it's going to pull this last loop. So be careful. Let's hold the loops so they don't go anywhere. Four. And it looks like this. Turn this way so you can see it. And the back is already, you just kind of like squash it up a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't do it, and it looks like an I cord, right? When in fact it's just a panel, but that curls up on itself to look like an I cord. And it's very nice. And the more you stretch it, the more cordy it looks. Does that make sense? Bye. See you later. Anybody want to drop their channel down, they can. Just type in the word drop, and if your channel will get dropped, and you will people can follow you if you want them to. Does this need to get bigger? Let's put it closer. About this. Is it gonna? Okay. Don't it wants? I think it wants to focus on that cat. Come right here. We'll stay focused on mine. This make your hook, your loop as tall as you want, loose as you want. The 2. So this week's crochet meeting has been about me making an I-cord. I hope it really helped you guys. For anybody who wants to, you can watch. Whoever watches this later, you can watch it later. Um, this is how we make the I-cord. And I'm still going because I want to make an E. And it's not long enough yet. We've gone to the bend already, so that's good. Okay. And I made those little templates myself. So I would have, I knew how much I needed to, how long the I-cords I needed. Otherwise, I would have been going crazy. Let's see. Come on, do not focus on anything else but the I-cord. Does anybody have any questions before we go? Anything they want to say? Anything they want to share? It's like I want to have some sort of stick that goes in here just to keep them up, or a clip, but that would kind of slow me down. You know what I mean? Okay, so I don't know why I did that, but I wrapped it around my finger, and I'm going to release 3 of the loops. Bring it through, make it tall enough, put it in the second loop. Uh-oh, hope I didn't lose that last one. No, there it is. Phew, phew. That is where it was supposed to be, right? Or did I lose it? Did it not go through something? I don't know. Because it doesn't look right, does it? Or is that the way all of them looked? I think it was supposed to go in here somewhere. But I am going to undo them again. Yep. Okay, there's one of the original 4s of that round. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to hook. Enough of that being so close. I need to look at this in real time. Where's my other loop? There it is. I think I did lose it before, and that's why it looks so long. And then I like my little loops there. Okay, guys, that's where we're going to end up. I'm going to move you right over back to where I can see you guys. Like my necklace. And I'm going to get going, and thank you so much for coming back and crocheting with me on the second part of this crochet meeting. Thank you, legs. So go crochet, people. Crochet! Okay, bye, y'all.